Welcome down to Thorpe Park Resort. It's a close season update. It's the first one as well of 2025 as we have a look at what's going on at the park. We're not expecting anything massive, but we are only a week away before Slammer starts being removed and we lose the sight of it permanently here at the resort. Please drop us a like on the video. It means the world to us. It's absolutely free, but let's get on with the update. We can't not really start with a look of Hyperia. This time last year we were here watching track go up on, 6 days a week. Absolutely insane schedule that they were on to get this ride up and running ready for May. It seems that most of the work on the lift hill has actually been done. They had a lot of cabling, a lot of people working up there. The cabling sort of worked its way back down now. And it's very quiet here at Hyperia. Very, very quiet. Quite eerie that we're only sort of month or so away before we'll start seeing this fly around again. I'm not sure if anyone's working today. It is the weekend, but doors have been left open. It's very quiet on site. The first thing we want to check out is, well, first actually we can see Slammer in the background there. We'll just point out Slammer is still very much here. We'll have a close look to see whether or not any preparation work's been done, but that's still very much here. Is Colossus getting its repaint? We heard somewhere that someone thought that it was, and they could see that it was. I'm not sure. Here is a close look at Colossus, this end of Colossus. This is the bit that people think has been painted. And again, we are now late January, and we were told last year that this took sort of 6 weeks to rest before they could do anything, which is why it wasn't finished. And when we pan out in a minute, you'll see the rest of it is not done. When we look at this part of Colossus and indeed the lift hill, you can see that nothing has changed. Now I think the only evidence I can see is actually the turnaround point heading into the inlines, which wasn't done last year, however is indeed painted this year. So it's hard to tell from this angle. Samurai has indeed been placed back together as well. The centerpiece here is on and off all season really, depending on what kind of work they're doing, but Samurai had a lot of work done last year. It looks like it's ready already, to be fair, for the new season. Last time we were here they were concreting here. This is effectively for better access to Hyperia and indeed the staircase to come down as well, which has all now been finished. Someone said Slammer comes out here. Slammer doesn't come out of this bit. This is purely for access purposes. Slammer will come out from down here. Now it does look like the kind of access has been extended a fair bit, to be honest. When you think you used to have a maze that sort of walk down here, it's quite something, to be honest with you. But it has been extended slightly, and Slammer will likely, I can't see it coming out any other way, come out of Fearless Valley and then right the way down here. And here actually is really, really clear, to be honest with you, with Slammer coming out of there. But as we can see, there's nothing happening on Slammer at all. Nothing has started yet. In the plans it did say it would start the first week of February, so another week or so away from Slammer being removed. This is really clear down here. Now we've just had a look actually on the old video. It does look like that corner of Colossus is fresh. Doesn't look like it was painted last year, so perhaps there is some painting going on. They're leaving it tight, I would argue, with no scaffolding up to paint the rest of it, but we'll see. I'm sure we'll see as time goes on, and we'll head down now and have a look at Nemesis Inferno, which is also having a fair amount of work done during the close season. We have support work done on Nemesis Inferno. This one in particular is quite interesting, attached to the first inline after the loop. Now normally they wouldn't sort of strip it back in colour right the way back. I am looking at support. We've just taken a really close-up picture of it. It does seem strange that the whole support has been stripped back, because it's not normal for testing. Normally when they do testing there's kind of joints, and you'll see joints. I'm sure you've seen it on roller coasters. Vampire's a great one to look at for it. Whereas this, I'm just not convinced that that's not a completely new support. Now on the flip side, this other one has been stripped back because the base of it is still brown. But it does kind of make sense because this is around the join area rather than the whole support itself. Now of course it is you know, it's not a young coaster anymore. We are sort of 22 years in to its life. And we think that Nemesis has been replaced only 8 years from now. And these are obviously high pressure points for the ride. We did say at the beginning of the season, you can see other ones which have been done as well. And we might be able to focus on one of those shortly. Here is another one being done. It's an interesting one, to be honest with you. We know some of the supports have been sort of stripped back for testing. I assume it is for crack testing. It's just very, very weird that that one over there has been completely done from the top down, not including the connection to the track. Work obviously continues on the brake run. This is quite a central part, and last time we were here there was a train here. There is no longer a train here, so we will check whether one's been moved to the station. I don't believe they can fit both of them in the maintenance shed. We can see from the restraints that the Nemesis Inferno train is indeed back in the station. So much further down this end. They feel even further down than what they do last time. But we're looking at these, particularly the rubber, and we're thinking these look actually quite new. Usually you can see bumper marks on them and, you know, where they've been hitting things for the last year, obviously. But these look really pristine. Nothing really visible happening sort of inside of this area where Stealth was having quite a lot of work done last year, and indeed Double Tea Party not so much this year. What do you think, Thorpe Park? Are you looking forward to the 2025 season? I know we don't have anything like new here, but we do get to enjoy Hyperia from the beginning of the season, which we can't wait to do.